Me.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of the Daily Defender podcast. It's your boy Emmanuel here, aka Active Ems. Yeah, got my boy right next to me. If you know him, you know me.
Come on, if you know me, you know him. Yeah, man, I do rag Papi, you know that. Don't watch the direct today, and it's just playing back on again. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, thanks for joining us again, my guys. You know, much love for all the support and all the love in it. So, yeah.
Of course, man.
What are we discussing today? What are we talking about today? How you been before we even get down to business?
I've been cool, man. I've been following the NBA stuff, like the trades. You know, I love basketball, innit? But apparently, like, it's a rumor, like, Harden's going to Nets, like the Brooklyn Nets, innit? Like James Harden, yeah, to like link up with like Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Don't know how I feel about that personally. I'm a Brooklyn Nets fan, innit, because of Kyrie Irving, as well as a Laker fan because of LeBron. But like, I just don't know how I feel about all them three being on the same team, if that makes sense.
Hold on. If you cast your mind back to a couple of episodes ago, innit, when I was telling you this guy does not know how to support one basketball team.
Look,
he does not know. No. Wait, was that one of the? Yeah, no.
Yeah, it was episode. I can't remember which episode it was.
Yeah, no.
It was one episode. It was when I was on the Lakers.
I was telling you.
Anyway. But if you understand how I move, I'm consistent with it. So I'm saying I follow players. I don't follow teams. You see me? So like, yeah, relax, man. Relax. Anyway, I'm not sure how I feel about Harden joining like the Nets because I just don't think it would be great. These man like the ball, like Kyrie and Harden, like they're ball dominant, innit? Like I'm not too sure how much I feel about that. To my other team, Dennis Schroeder from the Oklahoma City Thunder. I think we're going to get him as well to join the Lakers. Look, if I can't have a serious conversation about basketball with you, I can find someone else. You understand? I can find someone.
The only thought that's running through my head, and it's just that one time I saw on the timeline, and they were saying like, if your man can't be, you know, I don't know. I can't remember the tweet. I can't remember what was told. But yeah, continue.
Anyway, if I was rudely interrupted, as I was saying, yeah. So we're looking to get Dennis Schroeder, I think, Lakers, from the Oklahoma City Thunder. That'll be a nice little addition because I think we're going to release Rondo, I think. But let me not make a basketball podcast in it. But like
CP3, I just got word that CP3 got released now. No, he got traded.
To the Suns, innit? Phoenix. Yeah. That'll be a link up from him and Devin Booker at the backcourt. And because like Devin Booker, he needs someone else, man. He's dying out there in Phoenix, innit? He needs someone that can give him the ball, someone that can take like the offensive load off him, someone that he's like a court leader. Chris Paul's a perfect as well. Like he's a perfect court general for that as well. So hopefully that will be good because I think Devin Booker either had to leave or he had to get someone in it before he starts expiring in Phoenix, innit? So I think Chris Paul will be a good fit for him. Like Chris Paul can like do all the like distributing and etc. and he did enough floor. Then Booker can just be dropping his 70 points, 80 points, 60 points left, right, and center. You get me? Nah, D-Book is hard. But that's been me. I've just been following a lot of the NBA stuff. Speaking of NBA, my friend started an NBA podcast actually. It's called Straight to the Cup. My friend Moses. I'll leave a link to the podcast below. But you know me, I'm a basketball head in it, so I'm all over that still. And he knows what he's talking about. Like I was listening to his most recent episode. And he knows what he's talking about it. So if you're a basketball head like me, or if you want to get into basketball anyway, just go listen to that. Therefore useful. But what's good with you? I see you got a new setup.
Yeah, new setup. Welcome to my crib. No, I'm joking. See
MTV cribs.
No, I got kicked out of the normal recording situations in it, so I had to just quickly acquire a new spot. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in Zeno's room. If you know Zeno, by the way, keep streaming that music, new music coming up, all of that kind of stuff.
They talk of my bros, but my bros they be trying to make more cheddar. Baddest B, I'm a go get her. She wanna fuck with the goal getters.
We're doing plugs today, and it's
a flow episode today, innit?
Oh man, yeah, man. Check that out. Busy, you know, in there. Oh no.
I need that new music, man. I need that new music, bro. Come on, man.
But you know it's coming. You know it's coming real soon. No, just watch the space. Watch the space, innit?
No, I'm watching.
Yeah, man. Other than that, really, just being uni, man. Doing uni stuff and all that kind of stuff in it. So yeah, nah.
Have you been doing your
No, deep in it. No, don't even a lot of people know I'm doing uni. So if you heard me say I'm in uni, I'm lying. I'm not in uni.
No, you're not in uni. You're just catching vibes, innit?
Catching vibes.
No uni, no, just vibes, innit? But how have you been doing with your home workouts and stuff?
Do you know? I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like, you know, being in the gym puts me in like a different kind of zen or whatever. Because of
course, it does for sure.
Bro, I can't get that same level of like the same level of pump or the same level of vibe in that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's the weight's not heavy enough or what it is. It's just the entire aura of the place is just off in it. It's messing with my feng shui. You know what I'm saying?
What's that feng shui? Nah, you
change the room around and stuff.
You sent me a video of you pumping, like you lift like bicep curling, looking like one absolute monster. Fam, I was thinking, this guy, like, get it. I need to roll through to your gym though, because fam, I've only got like resistance bands. I've got a push-up board, and like as you said, like it's the difficulty is like getting the actual weight because like you can only do so many reps if that makes sense, innit? So
yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna roll through to your bits and get the gym going.
Castle a gym and all that, you know what I'm saying? Come to the crib.
That weight was heavy though, what you were lifting. I can't lie, I was thinking, this guy's really lifting something. Well, curling, you were curling that as well. It's like you weren't bench pressing, you were curling it.
Yeah, you know, I don't know. When the gym comes back and I want to be full force again, you know what I'm saying?
No, I heard that.
You know, the one thing that's going to stress me out, Boris decides, you know, is we're going to open up for Christmas and then close it down again. I'm going to get vexed. Like I lied to you. I'm going to get vexed. I might have to roll up to West.
Emotional roller coaster.
Yo, like Air Force once in a belly, you know what I'm saying? No,
of course.
Put that out there. If I start rushing my door, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, he's going to come.
To be fair, he's self-isolating now, so you can grab him quickly. Like he's going to be by himself, so you can just wrap him up real quick. If you want them, I'll come through. It's calm.
I'm dead. You just want to see me in jail one time. What's wrong with you?
I'll be a witness in it. You know what? You can bring like a brush or comb for his hair more time as well, because that's what he needs. Let's be serious, innit?
I'm finished.
I'm tired.
Bro, what's wrong with his hair? Has he ever had a good hair day? Ever in his life? I'm confused.
I don't know, man. I just don't know. I don't know. And like, as people say, like they'll now stress like black people for having mad hairstyles, and this done it here. it's coming on national TV.
True point. That's a true point. You know, would your parents have ever let you out the door like that ever in your life? You without comb, you're moving mad.
It's mad, isn't it?
What?
It's silly. So no, it's silly.
At that stage, he just needs to cut his hair, bro.
Just go bald, innit? Just go bald, like.
Just go bald. Why? I don't know if I've told you this before or not, but that's the whole reason why I'm going gym, you know what I'm saying? Because I know, listen, you only have limited time with your hair in it. So at some point, you're going to need to cut all that off and go.
Compensate for something.
So you need to take away the focus from the board now, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't look like I'm getting no beard anytime soon. So I'm after back weights, you know what I'm saying? That's the whole reason.
So you're going to be that bald wham guy, innit? Old bald
exactly
wham guy. So no more.
Exactly that.
Yeah, I don't feel going bald at all, me. Can't lie to you. I'm ready for it still. I'm cool. Not now. Don't come and shave my hair. Like I'm saying, when the time comes, I won't fight it. No, I won't fight it still.
I said he won't stress it. Nah,
my hairline is very straight looking though.
Yeah, see, you're blessed, but then you've got the beard too, so you don't even need to fear nothing. The rest of us, we're struggling around here. So you no beard. Like, what are we gonna do? Where'd you go from here? You guys what I'm saying?
No, I get you. Now you be calm. As long as because you're gonna be that when you got a daughter now. No, none of her like boyfriends want to chat to you. Innit? You're gonna be that guy, so it's gonna be that.
Nah, man, I'm gonna be one of those cool hip parents who'll be like, oh, all right, Tommy wants to come for a sleep. That's fine. Yeah, do that. Bring him over still. It'll be good. You'll be alright. Don't worry.
I'm not going to entertain that, to be honest with you. So, no.
Never in my life.
I'm not going to do it.
With 35, he's still not sleeping over. Do you mean?
Oh, man, no way.
I'm mocking it still.
On a real thing, I do think when I do get a daughter, like, I do think I'll just be so much more soft with her than my son, if that makes sense. I can feel it already. I can feel it already. I can feel it for sure, man. She's,
I'm dead.
But
I hear you. It makes sense, to be fair with you. Like, I don't know, we said it before, and I said it before, there needs to be some sort of, you need to highlight the differences in it for it to be equal, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those things. But I can't really comment on how I'm going to act as a parent, because, you know, it's one of those, isn't it? I don't know. I just don't feel like, because the thing is, I've been saying like so much in it. Like, you even know from when we was young, and we was always saying like, well, we're going to act like this when we're grown up, we're going to act like this when we're grown up. And can I even say I act the way that I was going to act when I was young?
Of course not, you change, man. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
So, you're talking from like a kid's perspective at that point. You're a man now, innit? So your mentality changes, everything changes, innit? So
exactly. And I don't know, I'm intrigued to see where I'm going to be out in, like, I don't know how many years, man. But 10 years, man.
For sure. Even you touching on what you used to think that you might be like when you're younger, it's mad, because as I've grown personally, and I'm sure you've experienced the same, is that like I've started to realize a lot of what my parents were telling me just about me being a black man and being a black person is still true. Like, growing up, I didn't deep like that, but like as I've grown now, for example, I've been a black man. I've just, everything they've said, they've just been no cap in their rap. Like, you get me? It's mad. It's actually mad. Like, my dad always told me, like, as a black person, you're gonna have to be subject to this. As a black man, you're gonna be subject to that, etc., etc. I didn't feel it that much initially when he started telling me really young, but as I started to go through school, high school, uni, workplaces, etc., etc., I started to really, really feel it. Like, feel it. You get me? Even as even as I think last week. So when this episode drops, it would be last week. I was going to Sainsbury, innit? Just to grab some stuff. I'm literally not even wearing any mad skeng man down roadman attire like that, in my opinion. I'm just literally I'm in Yeezys, yeah. The 700 Vantas, if you know, you know it. Tech fleeces. I'm in Tech fleece, the grey Tech fleece joggers.
Kill me today.
Tech fleece joggers, and just a black coat that I bought off Boohoo, man. Literally, nothing, no mad outfit. Yeah, no bally, no ski mask, nothing like that. No Rambo twinning, no side pouch. You get me? AirPods in.
I see.
You get me? I'm just walking, mind my. I'm not even listening to drum music in my AirPods. I've got. Wizkid song.
What are you listening to?
Wizkid, you know, Reckless. Ginger with Burna Boy.
Okay.
That song's a banger from.
Bro, if it's from the new album, I've not even heard it from. I can't lie to you.
You're slacking from. Listen to that still. Obviously, I'm Nigerian, Yoruba, so I feel like I had to. But shout out Wizkid, innit? But like, yeah, I'm not listening to that drill music either. I'm just chilling, minding my own business, innit?
Yeah.
Tell me why. Yeah, I'm walking, innit? Going to Sainsbury's, and I just hear one. Excuse me. I look back. One white person. I say Oyibo too quickly. One white guy is calling me, innit? I tried to air it. I was like, I walked forward, proceeded. This guy, excuse me. Only take a minute. So I stop in it, and because he's run to me, innit?
Why is he running?
Anyway, I said, yo, you good? And he was like, so What have you got for me? I'm like, excuse me? What do you mean? Mm-hmm. I was like, nah, like, what have you got for me? Like, I'm trying to like smoke some weed, I'm trying to get some drugs, etc., etc.
Excuse me?
I'm like, oh my guy, sorry to disappoint you. I don't sell drugs. I'm not a drug dealer, innit? And it was like, he looked at me and laughed, and he was like, come on, look at you. Like, come on, you're not a drug dealer. Like, what? And I'm like, okay. I even laughed a little bit. I was thinking, my guy, I promise you, I don't sell drugs. I even lied. I even said I'm not even from here. Like I'm just visiting a friend. I was even trying shit to him. And I was telling him, my guy, like I don't sell drugs. He was like, come on, man, look at you. You must sell drugs, or you must know someone that sells drugs. Like you must know, innit? And he goes, don't worry, I won't rat you out, etc., etc. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. You think it's a police? See, I don't think it was a police. See,
I won't rat you out. What do you?
No, but it was a young guy. This guy was a uni kid. This guy couldn't be more than 19 or 18. This guy was a kid, fam.
Bro, that's what every rat says before they rat you out. And like, I ain't gonna rat you. No, tell me. Don't worry.
Anyway. Let's just like it could be a policeman. He could be undercover. Let's just assume he's not in it. Let's just assume because I can't. Like, this is like the fourth time I've got this in it. So like I'm just explaining one time. So anyway, I told him, like, my guy, I promise you, like, I don't sell drugs. I don't know anyone that sells drugs. I'm not really, that's not my thing, innit? And when I tell you, I was there for like a good 2 minutes telling him, like, my guy, I just don't. And he was persistent with it. You get me? And his friend even came and was trying to, like,
away, man. What's wrong with you?
And his friend, he holded his friend to come and chat to man as well. Anyway, and the thing is, like, I'm a nice person. I'm not going to be rude to you like that. And I'm thinking you're asking the wrong, like, if you ask the wrong black person, you get licked. You could get wrong for you, innit? And like, it just made me deep, like, how can I just walk out of my house and just go do my errands, innit? And now I'm getting accused of being a drug dealer. Not accused, but like, I'm getting approached. And this is not the first time it's happened. Like, even I've been in clubs, I've been in bars, I've been in restaurants, yeah? And I'm wearing Air Forces, blue jeans, white tee, yeah? And I'm getting people come to the bar like, yo, yeah. Like, what's good, really? What you got? And I'm thinking, like, my guy, like, what? I'm just in a minute. And like, I can appreciate I'm black, I'm dark skinned, very dark skinned. I've got a beard. I've been told that I've got a very, like, stern face just from when I'm walking, so I can look angry, whatever. So I can't lie, the girl said I like it. But anyway, we move. We move. That's why I didn't. Anyway.
Tell the mic real quick.
But I get it.
I'm mad this episode. Yo, what have you eaten today, fam?
I don't know what's in this water, bro.
Wow.
Anyway.
Is this how we're living? Say no more.
Nothing.
Is this how we're living?
No, it's not even like that, man. It's not even like that still. Anyway, so I can appreciate it. I can appreciate that I might be like profiled a certain way in it, which is cool. But like, I've told you, bear, like, I'm not a drug dealer. I'm not doing this. Why are you persistent? You get me? And it's a sad reality. It's a very sad reality. You get me? Because like,
bro, what you just said there. Let me even cut in, but what you said there, like, that's a problem in itself, and you shouldn't have to understand that. You know what I'm saying? The statement that you said, like, I get that I can be profiled. Why did you get that? You know what I'm saying? Why should that be? You know what I'm saying? Why can you not just go to Sainsbury's, looking any way you like? If I want to wear a balaclava, nobody like, nah. Right now, they shouldn't question me, and when things go back to normal, then fair enough, and you can question me. But right now, you know what I'm saying? I see people in the full face. You know what I'm saying? And nobody's questioning them. Nobody's looking around them. So why must you now feel like you should be accepting of that? You know,
for sure.
That's mad. That's twisted, man. It's a crazy world. And the thing is, I've even had it myself, and it was like, I don't know, like a couple of weeks back now, parked up in it. This guy was hovering around my car for a bit, and don't get me wrong, I understand my car sometimes, you can think some type of way, but stepped out of my car. Why you man approach me like, oh, yeah, the guy. No, I'm not. Why you questioning me about that? I'm just trying to get to certain places, and I'm going to uni and that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I've still got my lanyard done. You know what I'm saying? So
it's not like that. Not like that at all. Like, again, like, I can appreciate you obviously drive a Beamer, innit? So like, nice blacked out thing. You know you've been it. So
don't put my things out there. What's wrong with you?
Sorry, you drive a red Porsche. Okay, cool. I don't know why.
I was even looking for my car keys. don't.
Where's my car keys? You even drive one.
One thing. I said, let me pull out the forings.
But now even like, obviously, the car you drive now, for example, bang, you pull up. You now have to be a drug dealer. You can't just be a normal uni boy. Like, you have to be a drug dealer. You get me? And it's just very sad, like, the stereotypes you go through. And like, how you saying that, like, it's even sad in itself that I need to tell myself, I need to understand that I'm like, okay, these things might happen. It's because I need to understand it, or I might find myself in a compromised position. Like, you see me, when I do leave the house, this might sound mad. I'll go in the mirror, I'll look at myself, I'll say, do I look too raw? Do I look too much like
too much like a nigger?
Like a nigger, that's the word. Do I look too niggerish? That's what I think. Like, do I look like a trapper? Do I look like I'm gonna get stopped by the police? And like, obviously, I wear bare trackies, like tracksuits and stuff in it. But like, I legit have to, like, look at my outfit sometimes thinking, ooh, can I just like derail this a little bit, because I'm not trying to give across that type of message all the time. When I go to uni, for example, I see white boys all the time wearing full-on tracksuits. What they want? I even saw one guy wearing one beanie and one bally one time. I saw it to one white guy. I don't know what he's doing. I'm confused on it. But like, when I go to uni, I try my hardest to wear like jeans or like trackies, but I wouldn't wear I'd wear like a nicer looking top or whatever to make the outfit not look as because me, I would stand out. Do you get me? I don't want to feel like I'm constantly standing out like that, if that makes sense. So and it's annoying, but you just have to move. Obviously, when you're in a place with a lot of white people as well, you just stick out like a sore thumb anyway. So now, am I going to be that guy, that one guy, do-rag, full tracksuit, mafia, bar, side bag? You get me? So,
see, you're better than me in it, because me, you know me. This is how I turn up no matter where I'm going. You know what I'm saying?
But you went to a uni that was fairly a bit of black people. If that makes sense, innit?
Yeah.
Obviously, there's not that many black people at my uni, on my course anyway. So I just stand out anyway. You get me? If I'm not there, you just there's no black person. This person's not here. Legit, it's not easy. It's not hard to find.
I had your auntie downstairs.
Huh?
Shout out really for him.
Big up. You see what I'm saying?
But nah, man, don't get me wrong, I still wear my trackies and stuff to uni more time, innit? It's just I just don't try. I won't wear the full black thing, if that makes sense. I'll make sure I wear a grey thing. I'll make sure I wear maybe my white trainers or whatever, not to look too. You get me? Too gunman-like. And it's sad, but it's just something you have to kind of just tell yourself and deal with, innit? So
V, I ain't doing that no more. We've been oppressed for too long for me to do that. I can't even there's no way. Listen, I understand in it, but we've been fed this from how long now? You know what I'm saying? How many times have we've been told that we have to kind of change ourselves? Once we get into these certain positions, we have to tone down how we want to act. But bro, I've heard stories about these corporate people sniffing lines.
That's a normal thing. That's a normal thing.
You get what I'm saying?
That's a normal thing still in them workplaces, yeah, for sure.
You get what I'm saying? So they can sniff any lines in front of whoever they want to do in the middle of the meeting, but then for me to come with a do-rag is the unprofessional look they talk. What do you mean? What? You see what I'm saying? That makes no sense in my head. This is why I don't know. It's not that I make a conscious effort to stand out. You know what I'm saying? I definitely don't do that. But I make a conscious effort that, listen, I'm going to be comfy everywhere I go. I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing.
Don't get me wrong. Obviously, there's certain places, certain areas that you can't particularly do that. You know what I'm saying? So even in work, sometimes,
obviously, you have a dress code at work more time as well, anyway. So yeah. Yeah,
but even still, I wore a suit. I wore a shirt for in my last role, in the first 3 weeks. They said, we can relax with the dress code now. You've done the training, everything, so you can be guys. That very next day, came in do-rag, trackie. I said, look, I'm going to get comfy now. They'll even think, when did we hire him?
Who's this? When did we hire this nigga?
It didn't change how I performed. It didn't change how if I was reaching KPIs, any of that kind of stuff. But I felt comfortable now, you know what I'm saying?
More time you might even perform better because you're more comfortable. So
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's we need that level of understanding and I think it needs to start from the places the higher ups, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure.
We need more people. We need more black people in places like HR. We need more.
We need to be represented a lot better in these authoritative positions for sure. It's jarring.
And not those ones, not even those black people, that went to kind of these certain schools and these preppy schools, them, I have a black friend, type black friend. No,
yes.
We need in it. Yeah. Obviously, they need to be very competent in it, in their role. They shouldn't be getting the roles because it's a handout. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, of course. Yeah. No, we don't do handouts, innit? We don't do handouts. Let us work for our place at the same time. But the thing is, we don't do handouts, but allow us to be given the opportunity to apply for these roles. More time, we'll just be filtered out straight away because we have no business being there, quote unquote. You get me? So, I'm being serious, man. That's how these men think about it, man. And it's sad. Yeah. And it's annoying. And you touched on a point about how we shouldn't always have to feel as if we need to kind of mold ourselves, change ourselves to these environments. And it's just painful because I'm sure when you're in a working environment, when you're around Igbo people a lot of the time, you find yourself having to mold and adapt to their behaviors and stuff. You get me? You find yourself having to kind of you have to not be yourself fully. You get me? When I go out to my work placement, I go to myself and think, okay, cool. I can't be as black as I usually am. I can't be myself as much. You get me? I have to not put on a mask because I'm never going to be fake. but like I just have to like tone down a lot of my things and have conversations that I'm not necessarily going to be having when I'm around a lot of my friends, etc., etc. Like having to now force myself to talk more. Just because I'm actually a quiet guy anyway, but like having to now force myself to talk more about things I don't really care about as much and stuff. If that makes sense. Yeah. And like it's just annoying because like I feel as if, without sounding rude to like white people and stuff, because I've got white friends and I do have time for white. Honestly, like not trying to sound rude, innit? Like you do find yourself having to conform to their type of behaviors and standards or whatever before they ever conform to yours, if that makes any sort of sense. You get me? So, and it gets tiring, man. It does get tiring. Like it gets very tiring, and it can be annoying. So. We live in a white world, innit, right now, so this is what it is, isn't it? We live in a white world, innit?
And the thing is, I don't feel like I've got the energy for it anymore, you know what I'm saying? Every day trying to kind of explain to people, every day trying to kind of cut in and you know, being that as black people, we've always have to kind of take this stance, especially recently, that we have to kind of explain and educate and all this kind of stuff in it. And at some point, I'm just thinking like, yo, to what extent are we going to keep educating? Okay? Even just today, innit? So by the time this comes out, it'll be like the Thursday, innit? So I'm talking Monday morning, innit? I'm scrolling down in it, and you see Sainsbury's? Sainsbury's have released, what's it called? 2 adverts, you know what I'm saying? I'll send you the link in it so you can probably cut it in or whatever, isn't it? Okay. So they've put out 2 adverts in it, one with a black family, one with a white family. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if they were released like 4 minutes apart or whatever, or however long it was apart, or if people only seen the black family or whatever, isn't it? But on the same day, bearing in mind, but the black families come out first, and there's a big hoorah about the black family, and they're like, oh, look at them trying to jam down equality. What are you saying? Equality, like, you know, trying to jam down the BLM movement down our throats. And I'm thinking, how many times should we go through this? Seeing just a little bit of representation, not even like cute, like just a little bit. Very small, man. Yeah. Not every advert is going to be just a family that doesn't look like us, you know what I'm saying? Or a family that we can kind of relate to. And people are in up and down screaming and shouting like, yo, listen, this isn't the England I want to live. Like, these people are taking over. Bearing in mind, Sainsbury's have released 2 on the same day on the same platform. So if they literally just scroll down the feed just a little bit, they would have seen the white family. Similar kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even like Sainsbury's have gone out of the way to kind of push that. Like what they've done is
like agenda,
give them both
their outlooks. Both representations.
If anyone should have been shouting, it should have been the Asian community. You know what I'm saying? They should have been shouting like, they might have released.
Well, it's man, isn't it? Yeah, no, fully. It's stupid. It's a very stupid type of not Me Too movement thing, but it's like you shouldn't need to feel like you need to shout to be represented, when the reason why we need to be represented is because we're not represented at all, if that makes sense. That's a very similar thing to, do you know the Storms he was doing is was it Cambridge or Oxbridge scholarships thing to just black students, and there was a mad uproar of like, what? So you're not making it available to white students, or Storms is racist towards white people, etc., etc. I'm thinking, are you that narrow-minded? Are you that uneducated? Are you that like confused, insecure, whatever the word is, to now look at the bad side and what he's doing for people? Do you know how underrepresented we are in these type of schools and stuff? It's difficult. It's hard. Do you get me? 100%. And all they're doing is making it more accessible to black people that don't get the chance usually. So the same black people that be getting A's, A stars, whatever, they will be getting to these higher institutions. And you know a lot of it's to do with their race. Do you get me? And now people are complaining because Stormzy is now making it available. People are saying, well, if Stormzy was fair, he would make it available to all disadvantaged people, not just black people. I'm thinking...
Do you know what's very mad about that, though? These people will be the same people that either A, they're not going to be in those positions themselves anyway, so they're screaming and shouting about, oh yeah, why is this not acceptable to people like me? But you don't have the grades or the ambition to be there, or else you wouldn't be on Twitter and doing Twitter fingers. Or B, the Tories that have been consistently voting for Tories, you know what I'm saying? Who don't necessarily want to give people accessibility like that, you know what I'm saying? Tories are very much about being, you know, they want that little bit of a divide there. I'm not going to make it a political debate, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, you're consistently voting for these conservatives who have consistently said that they're not going to be fighting for like equality like that. You know what I'm saying? And then you're also confused why you who don't quite fit into their bracket of people that they want to bring up. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Getting those opportunities, but then there's people like the Lib Dems. They're dead at the moment anyway. Labour, they're dead at the moment as well. But still, they have what's tailored to you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They have the things that you want, but because they're aligned with something that might not necessarily. Let's cut that. Just because you are a racist, a plain racist,
just say it.
You know what I'm saying?
Stop being on the.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nah, because I was even deep and I was like, wait, I need to sugarcoat. No, I ain't sugarcoating it. Because you're a racist, you don't want to vote for the people who will actually bring you up. You know what I'm saying? Who has your interest, your best interest at heart. You know what I'm saying? But instead, you're going to be voting for the Tories who, going to be protecting how much money you'll be making, even though you're not in that tax bracket. Why are you worried about that tax bracket? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. About, no, we need to be able, but we don't want to be paying mad taxes, so we're going to vote. You was never paying those taxes anyway because you work as a cleaner. Right?
It's just waff, man. Just talking rubbish.
No job shaming or nothing in it. I'm not out here to job shame or say all that kind of stuff in it. But to me, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to complain about not having these opportunities, and then when somebody like a black man gives these opportunities to people that he thinks need the most, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Even though you might have so many avenues to go to that place, you know what I'm saying? And it's not like you're underrepresented in those places anyway.
It's just silly. It's just so stupid. Like, you know, it falls into that kind of like all lives matter type of movement, type of ideology. I saw like a good analogy about like, you know, when say there's like someone's died of breast cancer, whatever. Yeah. Then there's like a big like push for like awareness of breast cancer and stuff. It's like now saying, oh, what about testicle cancer? Do you get me? Or what about this type of cancer? But we're focusing on this right now because this is the topic right now. This is what is being discussed, for example. Or like you know the analogy of say if it's someone's funeral, someone's mum's died, whatever. Yeah. Now we're at the funeral now. We're doing like when they do like the eulogies and stuff. Now someone comes and the mum that's died, the pictures there. Imagine now me coming now saying that my mum died a while ago. Well, my mum died as well. Where's my mum's funeral? Why are we not remember my mum? It's just stupid. It's all in that type of narrow-minded, stupid. I don't even know the word to give it, right now. But it's just a very poor way to think. Ignorance. It's very ignorant, very, very entitled, very insecure. It annoys me.
That's the one, entitlement. And you know what it is? This is why I said I can't even be bothered having these, you know, they've been tasked with educating these people, because you know it's not that they can't be educated. It's not that, it's plain and simple, they don't want to.
They don't want to.
Because the thing is, if you flip the scenario in it, if you were to tell them like, oh, you know, it's, let's say on Remembrance Day or something like that, and they shower all the troops in it, or everyone that died, not that kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? I'm not meaning to disrespect no troops, nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? But if you was to kind of go on Remembrance Day and they're remembering the fallen, and we're all remembering the fallen of the dead, the people that was in World War II, whatever it was, you know what I'm saying? And you have to kind of step up there, place aside the poppy and put like a random flag there and say, yo, the troops back in yeah, we need to remember them too, because they also, you know how many people be up in arms? You know how many people be screaming, shout like, yo, this is not the time to remember, you know what I'm saying?
Imagine.
Don't understand the logic then, you know what I'm saying? They would understand what we're saying then, but
100%.
They're being obtuse for purpose. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying.
I like that word.
I don't have the time, I don't have the energy or the patience, you know what I'm saying? Educating you. I'm not here to educate you, you know what I'm saying? Especially you don't want to be educated. It's not something that you can't grasp, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can definitely grasp it. Mm-hmm. So why am I tasked with telling you, like, listen, this is how it should be? No, don't be silly now.
It's they're very selective with what they want to believe, what they want to hear, what they want to learn. Like, do you know when that Black Lives Matter, everything was popping, everything was like for a good week or two, it was just everything Black Lives Matter. Yeah? Again, I know for a fact now, if a horse died now, for example, I'll be seeing it all over a lot of people's thing. Oh, save animals, save this, save that. You get me? Like I've seen it on socials where the same people, they will not talk for Black Lives Matter. They will not say anything to do with racial injustice. Anything to do with animal rights. They're running about
animal rights.
Blah, 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 blah. Even with LGBTQ community, for example, anything to do with that, they'll now push it. push any agenda that needs to be pushed. Don't get me wrong, but like don't hide from serious ones when it comes to stuff like this as well. But as soon as it's something that maybe you feel more comfortable to not talk about, that's when you're pushing it. Come on, man, that's terrible. Especially when you know for a fact you indulge in a lot of black culture. Come on, like let's do better than that. Let's do better than that. It's not cool. It's not the one at all. Not the one at all.
Thing is, I even come from a like different standpoint from yourself, and I don't want nobody to kind of, you know, cry out or anybody to act fake woke, you know what I'm saying? So if that's not where you feel comfortable and it's not your subject matter, whatever it is, I'm out. By no means, I'd rather you just not say nothing, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather you post your black square and just say, this is how I feel like I can support the movie, you know what I'm saying? Post your black square, it's so good, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to complain at that. I'm not going to complain about it. It comes, for me, it's when you now try downplay or you try like it's not there. Or you're being, it's like, you're being given every single piece of evidence. Like, listen, this is what's happened. This is what's happened. Like, nah, you people in Atma, like, you know, there's injustices here, or that famous quote, like, racism is not around in England. Like, what do you mean? I'm giving you how many
racism does not exist in the UK. Okay, cool. Calm.
Oh.
And the thing is, do you know what? Like, do you know what I was saying? Do you know what I was saying?
Be shocked. No.
It's silly. Do you know what I was saying to someone? I said, do you know what? I wish I could have your ignorance in life where I physically can't see racism. Do you get me? Because one or two things. Either one, you can see it and you're ignoring it, or two, you're in such a position of your white privilege that you're unable to see it. And I said, you know what? I wish my life was that easy, you know? You get me? I wish, and do you know what annoys me about all this white privilege stuff is that as a black person, I have certain privileges. I know my power in this life as a black person, if you get me. And I understand that very well. Even if it's very superficial things, I understand that. So how can you not understand your white privilege? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It's silly. Like, it's silly. When people are saying, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, go on, Gigi.
Okay, so like, people are saying, as you said, in this country, I don't think racism exists. They'll say stuff like, well, I see black people at this position all the time in life, or they've got this position at their workplace. I see black people doing this. I see black people doing that. Or my neighbor's black. My dog's black. My hamster's black. You get me? They'll be saying dumb stuff. They'll be saying stuff about black people being represented in different places and stuff. And I'm thinking, you're not even scratching the surface, my guy, with this type of information. You get me? It's silly. My word. Like, they'll be saying stuff like, why do black people always complain about when they walk into the store and they get followed by the policeman? Me, I'm white. I get followed all the time when I walk into the store. I'm like, why did
you rob stuff? You rob stuff. That's why you're being followed.
Number one. And why do you why do you have to force yourself being it? Well, it happens to me too. It's so frustrating. It's like, do you not feel like it's some sort of like insecurity a little bit, like an entitlement to feel, well, it's not that deep. When it is deep.
It's because when these conversations are happening, you know, doing that whataboutism, it takes away from that. Well, they feel like it takes away from the action. Sure. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So by them saying, they don't have to do nothing about it. And that's what I was even going to say.
That's a good.
Like, I cannot remember who I was even listening to in it, but they said something that really hit me. You know what I'm saying? It was like, if a white person is to actually admit their privilege, they're afraid they have to actually do something about it. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I like that.
Big up, Lily.
Dad really went.
Yeah, I know I'm coming. Quite
he's like, he said, Coraline, you have to come quickly, and yeah.
Yeah, cinema. Bye, Lily.
Bye.
Anyway. We can wrap this up if you want, to be fair, because we've been talking for like 40 minutes now. But finish your point, then we can wrap it up, innit?
Yeah, that's my point. Is that quote there? Whoever said it, I can't even. I'll see if I can even find who said it. But it really hit me because do you know how much accuracy there is in that? Like, the fact is, the fact that they are obviously acting oblivious to all this kind of stuff because of the simple matter of the fact that if they actually acknowledge it, they have to do something about it. You know what I'm saying? Then they're highlighting that they're immoral. You know what I'm saying? They're highlighting that what they're doing is unethical. You know what I'm saying?
That's so true. Like,
this is why if you always look at the argument of most of these, what's it called? I'm not even going to say most, but if you look at the arguments in America against some of these things, and they're going to say, "Oh, you guys, slavery was 300 years ago. Da 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 da. Let's move on. We're not like that anymore." You know what I'm saying? Have you ever heard people say that?
Mm-hmm.
And this is exactly why, because they don't want to highlight the history, because then by looking at the history, they have to acknowledge and understand that, listen, we put you, like, us as people put you through this pain, and then they have to do something about it. So what they'll do, they'll take away from that and say, listen, we're not like that anymore. No, don't. That's not us. That was my great-great-granddad.
It's done, man, innit?
Like, that was still you, man. You know what I'm saying? Do something about it. Change. You know what I'm saying?
Nice, for sure.
It's just a very mad, very, very mad.
No, I like that point. I do like that point, because it's like two things happen at the same time. So number one, they're trying to purposely, because it's very manipulative. They know that if I acknowledge my white privilege, I got to do something about it. So what I would do is that I would ignore my white privilege. Then that way I'd have to do anything about it. You get me? Yeah. And I think that happens with a lot of people. Even if you're not doing it maliciously, you're still doing it like subconsciously. Something doesn't have to be done with malicious intent to still be bad. If that makes sense. So actions speak a lot louder than your intent. You get me? You could
100%, man.
So I like that point still. I like that. I haven't really thought of it from that particular perspective, innit? So I like that one still.
But I need to find who said it, man, because they need a big shout out, man. But I think it was like a Carla, maybe. A Carla be saying some real stuff.
Nah, he says a lot of shit. So he says some real shit, to be fair. So I'm not surprised.
Yeah. It's very crazy, innit? But you, man, I'm so sorry. Here's who it is. Sounds like I'm needed today, innit? So
nah, it's cool.
I'm going to shout you, man, a bit later. But thank you again for listening to episode 8. Big man. Say your piece.
Nah, thank you again for listening to what we talked about, guys. Yeah, man, just enjoy your week, etc., etc. Enjoy lockdown. Keep productive. Keep busy. You get me? Your PS5 pre-order if you can. I think the pre-order is going to be released, I think, on the 19th of November. So this Thursday. So if you can get it, good luck to you, man. Honestly, and if you can get it, if you can get it, send it my way. He's in me. I'm trying to hold that.
He's in me.
But nah, man. Thanks for listening, guys, and we'll come back with another episode next week. Peace.